Hey guys, Stephen Bogren here from Pro Physique. Today what I want to talk about is self-talk. Hey guys, so this one again, it's a little bit less sciencey, it's a little bit more psychology-y, and what I wanted to talk about is that self-talk. So let's sort of discuss a little bit what self-talk even is. Self-talk, it is the way that we speak to ourselves, not only outwardly, right? How I talk about myself, am I good looking, am I strong, am I smart, am I able, competent, and do people like me? But how I think and feel about myself as well, right? All of those things that I'm continually saying to myself, like, hey Stephen, you're doing a good job. Hey Stephen, you're not working hard enough. You're not good enough. Those type of thoughts and feelings. So essentially, what we are telling ourselves about ourselves. So why is this even important, right? Because we know what self-talk is. Let's talk about why it's important. So why is self-talk important? Now, there are a lot of reasons why self-talk is important. First and foremost, confidence, right? For a lot of us, confidence is going to be huge, especially if we're getting on stage. So if we are continually telling ourselves we're not good enough, we're not big enough, we're not shredded enough, we're not lean enough, especially for girls that compete in bikini and guys like me that might compete in men's physique, that shows on stage. Now, it also shows on stage in bodybuilding. It's also going to show on stage in figure. That confidence, that poise, that demeanor that we have when we just kind of feel good about ourselves, right? Not necessarily like, I'm the shit, I'm better than everyone else. But I've worked hard, I look my best. This is a great package that I'm bringing. Like, that shows on stage, right? It shows not only in our face, but in our posing. And let's be real, the judges notice that kind of thing. More particularly if you're in men's physique or the bikini division. So we want to be feeling good about ourselves because honestly it helps us to do better, right? It is, the inward appears outwardly. Some of us can fake it pretty well, but most of us can't. And if you're like me, I'm definitely not a faker. I'm one of those guys that kind of like, you know how I feel, you know what's going on with me, because you see it on my face. So I'm not a good hider of my emotions. So if I'm on stage and feeling bad, it normally reflects in how I do on stage. So let's talk about some of the other reasons why self-talk is important beyond the stage, right? Because obviously there's a lot of things going on beyond the stage. And those are probably the more important ones in general, right? Self-talk is big for a lot of reasons. Again, it comes back to how you feel about yourself. Why is this important? Feeling good about your life, feeling good about who you are, like that is huge. Like when we talk about our self-efficacy, like how we feel about our ability to do something, right? That confidence, that general, self-image comes into play. That's part of being able to do specific things. So you have self-efficacy, which is I can do this specific thing. Then you have your confidence and how you feel about yourself in general, right? And that's your self-image, that's over here. So self-image, just feeling good about yourself, having that confidence, it improves your ability to do this thing, that thing, and the other thing. So it makes you better at things in life, right? But what a lot of people don't understand or realize is that your body image, your self-efficacy, how you feel about yourself, your confidence, it accounts for at least 25% of your total happiness. I will call it happiness, right? Your quality of life. So it has a huge impact on your quality of life in general. And this is going to bring us back to the self-talk, because what do? When we give ourselves negative self-talk, we bring that confidence down. We tell ourselves that we're not worthy. We tell ourselves that we're not good enough. We tell ourselves this, that, and the other thing. And what do? We knock down, knock down, knock down, knock down. And so it's really great that we have other people that can try to help bring us up, right? people around us who are a little bit more objective than we are with ourselves, that help us to feel a little bit better when we're feeling down. Because let's be real, no matter who you are, there are always going to be times when you get knocked down and you're feeling funky and shitty, and that negative self-talk comes back in. But for the most part, we want to do a good job about, one, minimizing the amount of negative self-talk that we give to ourselves, and two, maximizing the amount of positive self-talk, right? We give a lot of negative self-talk, and you should feel great about what you bring to stage no matter what, because the truth of the matter is a lot of people never even get to stage, right? So I think for me, it's all about talking yourself up, understanding that you're the best you've ever looked. You know what I mean? Understanding that stressing about it's not going to help you, and understanding that no matter what happens, you've made progress, right? I think that's how I've always brought the best to stage, is when I'm not worried about it, right? I've put in the work. I've done the dieting. I've lifted. I've eaten. I've done all the things that I want to do, and all the things that I can do to make sure that I'm as successful as possible. The day of the show should be enjoyable. It should be low stress. It should be a very positive, happy experience, right? And after the show, it should still be a positive, happy experience, right? We've done something many people will never do. We've challenged ourselves in a way that was difficult, that was trying, and we made it through. We succeeded. So I think a lot of people tend to take away from their successes, right? And so what I want to really emphasize today is that no matter what phase we're going through, whether it's prep, whether it's post-show, whether it's like going into a show right now, that we're paying attention to the way that we talk to ourselves, right? We're paying attention to minimizing those negative things that we say to ourselves and maximizing how we're building ourselves up. It's just like anybody else. Like if you get into a relationship with somebody, right? If they're consistently bringing you down, you're not going to stay in a relationship with them, right? You don't want to be around that. You don't want to consistently be made worse, right? So why would we do that to ourselves? So let's pay attention to how we think about ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, and let's make sure that we are doing the right kind of things to make sure that we're bringing ourselves to a better place this week, all right?